So you'll get that configuration manager in the start programs. Just go to start and search for the SQL configuration manager. So let's click on the SQL configuration manager. So you'll get like this. Okay, here you'll get a window like this. So you'll be having couple of tabs in the left. Let's select the first tab, SQL Server Services. So just select it. In the right side you get like a multiple services here which are relevant to the SQL services. Okay, so the first one is SQL Server. So within the bracket you can see MS SQL Server. So the default instance, MS SQL Server is nothing but a default instance. So when you do a first time installation on any server or any laptop or any desktop, it go as a default instance. But still, if you want to change the name of the instance, you can change that even. Okay, so let us see, within the bracket you are getting MS SQL Server. It is nothing but a default instance. I'll talk about slowly one by one. So let's right click on that and go to properties. So here in the properties you can see a couple of options, built-in account, this account and all. Let's click on service. In the service you can see host name, this is my PC name, and name, instance name is this. So this is the default instance. You do not need to specify anywhere if it is a default instance. Okay, so this is the name of the host or my computer name. Okay, Venkat-PC. So means my SQL server I can connect by using Venkat-PC name. I do not need to specify instance name. If I have a second installation on my same laptop or desktop, then I need to give a specific name compulsory. Other than MS SQL Server, I can give some instance one or some specific purpose I can mention here. Okay, so I was just mentioned as a default instance since it is the first installation on my server, on my laptop I mean. Okay, I'll go with it. So this is the one way of checking the server name. Okay, this is the first way. The second way is, so since you know how to install SQL Server Management Studio, especially I'm talking about in SQL 2019, you need to do the special installation to get a SSMS. Now let's quickly go to the SSMS. Let me go here. Let me go to Windows and type for SSMS. Okay, let's select it. So this is the second way I'm going to show you how to identify the SQL Server instance name. Okay, so once you get this window, okay, it will look like this for the first time. Okay, database engine and server name is empty, Windows authentication and all will come like this. Okay, so you can go Windows authentication as it is, and but here for server name you do not know what is the instance name or is it a default or not. So to check from here itself, let's click on this down arrow button, and once you click down arrow button you will be having a browse for more. Forget about Venkat-PC, you click on browse for more. So once you click on browse for more, you'll be getting couple of options like this: analysis services, reporting services, integration services, Azure SSIS integration runtime, and database engine. So in the database engine you have a plus symbol. Let's click on the plus symbol. So once you expand the plus symbol, you can see list of SQL instances which are installed on the same machine. Okay, so you cannot identify other machines actually. You can identify within the machine itself this way. Let's select this and click on OK, Venkat-PC. This is my SQL Server name. If you have a second installation, then compulsory you need to give a unique name, Venkat-PC / name of the instance. So you need to click on connect it. This is the second way of doing that. So the third way is, since I was telling I did a default installation alone till now. Okay, so if you have a multiple instances, like a default installation plus another installation you have done means, then so you can directly go to command prompt. Okay, so right click and run as administrator. If you have a other instances like 2 installations or 3 installations on the same machine, then this would be helpful. If you have only one installation, that is a default installation, then it won't give you anything. It simply give you the empty. It looks for a list of instances and it shows you the empty for us now. Why? Because I have only default instance. So default instance by default won't show here if you have a default instance alone in the server. If you have a named instances, then you will get default instance plus named instance. If you observe very closely, I have one empty a line came. Why? Because that is a default instance. There is no name for the instance. That is the reason why it came. Okay. So these are the three ways of identifying the instance names which are installed on the laptop, server or desktop. Okay, this is how. So now how to connect actually for the first time is, so once you know the server name, okay, so keep the server name here, and hopefully Windows authentication only will go, or you have a SQL authentication and other authentication methods as well. You can go, we'll talk about slowly. Select Windows authentication and click on connect. So once I say click on connect, I can see the first time like this. So this is the server name. I can see the version number 15.0, databases, security, server objects, replication, polybase, and so on. Okay. So now next point is what version you are using here. Okay, and you know one thing, by using old SSMS also I can connect to the newer SQL servers, original SQL servers, or newer SSMS you can connect to the old SQL servers. So to identify what version this server is running, my Venkat-PC, what version of SQL it is running is, you can simply get that by using select yet version. Okay, so let's click on execute it. You can see here. So you will get a result, Microsoft SQL Server 2019 RTM 15.0 and so on. You can see Microsoft Corporation Developer Edition 64-bit on Windows 10 Home. So this is how you identify what version of SQL we have now. Okay, it's a Developer Edition you can see, and it is a 2019 RTM. So that's all about it. We talked about how to check the SQL Server instance name and how to connect for the first time and what version you are using for the development.